Segment 5, Personal Insights and Vision. You've been a guest lecturer at IIM Ahmedabad and Nagpur. They are esteemed institutions. What would your advice be to the next generation of innovators and entrepreneurs through your lectures and mentoring?
Yes, I've been privileged enough to be invited as at IIM Ahmedabad and IIM Nagpur. I'll tell you what I do at IIM Nagpur and Ahmedabad. So there they have a special batch called AFP, which is Armed Forces Program. So Neharika, from 18 to 35 is a veterans age, is army people's age. They go at 18 and most of them retire by 35 max. So this age where they are either on border, could be Navy, could be Army, could be Air Force, any of these three, they are being post their retirement, they get jobs usually as a dean of a college, a registrar of a university, or some managerial post at good bank. But when I went, I saw them as a huge potential that should I start them into ecosystem of startup. So by now, through this two batches what I have catered, I'm so proud to say we have done placement at Blinkit, we have done at corporate, we have done at large Zomatos, we have done at delivery. Couple of startups for armed forces program where we are working, helping them out with seaplane coming up from Ahmedabad to Statue of Unity or Run of Kutch. That is where they are trying to build. And with their rich experience, they deserve a much more respect than a typical banking job. Or
Definitely.
And every time I go there, you tend to have a goosebump. They have given their most important age, their time on to save India as a country. And now when they are out looking for some revenue, they deserve something better than a basic job. So that is how I'm helping them. Apart from that, my goal is to inspire next generation of innovators and entrepreneurs to think beyond conventional, to challenge their status quo and do something disruptive. It could be as simple as idea, but if it's scalable, if it's practical, and as I said again, I always keep on saying that vitamin and painkiller. So if it's a painkiller, they should opt for it. Parallelly, my role should be maximum generating employment. That is the key, which will give me the most satisfaction.
So, any particular industries that you might want to recommend?
Currently, BFSI, banking sector. Power is coming big time, which is very, very underrated. Oil and gas, that is the thing. So apart from tech, there are many unconventional vocations which are on rise. So it's not currently the scenario of India will change every 2 years. Currently, there is something what we are working on is called night tourism. So which is a travel tech. Purpose is there are so many places even in city like Ahmedabad, 6 baje band ho gaya. You go to Sabarmati ashram, 6:30 close. Adalajwao, 7 o'clock close.
True.
You go to, now you don't expect travelers who in this weather so to go at 3 p.m, 2 p.m or early morning. So that now the government is working very vigorously for travel tourism. So these are the very niche areas where people need to keep their eyes and ear open and develop a product or know-how app about it. Could be something I were working on called senior citizen travel. So most of the people who have money, the age group is 55 years onwards, because children are married, they are retired, they have a comfortable life, not much of expense. But unfortunately, there are no places where they can easily travel in terms of, I'm not talking about India, other countries as well. So could be basic from Jain food to vegetarian food to vegan food to to Swaminarayan. So there are multiple people who are building such communities of database where to go, what to go. Everything is not available on net, so that there are travel techs coming up.
Might be off topic, but it caught my attention. What is your take on the vegan industry in India? Is it developing?
It is developing. It is developing for good. Multiple gut is improving. There are so many new something almond-based wrap, whatnot. I'm too much into food, so I can't keep my attention off it.
True. I mean, there are in Ahmedabad itself. I saw quite a few varieties of vegan milk and cheese.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it's a matter of awareness. Sooner or later, almond milk and whatnot. But it's people need to develop taste, and unfortunately, people have it more as a fashion statement, not as a understanding. I was happy to attend a wedding last year. The couple was from USA, and they kept everything vegan.
Wow.
So it was very different. It was not a typical Gujarati or North Indian setup where there's a counter and which was very tasty as well.
The food was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But imagine a large wedding kind of place to serve vegan food and accept it.
And that to an extensive menu.
Extensive, rich menu. It was a very posh wedding.
So I think it's time for our final question.
Yeah.
What's your vision for the future of FinTech and digital innovation? How do you see these sectors transforming in the next decade?
So decade is too long, to be honest. FinTech keeps evolving every year. Forget decades. At least, conservatively, every 2-3 years there is some major. There are times, what telecom was before 40 years is FinTech currently. But what I can say is, hyper personalization. That is the next big thing. Personalized data, analytics, and AI continue to evolve. Something like decentralization and blockchain. These are various very, very futuristic, very, very engaging applications are coming, and so much of innovation is happening in this space that decade, I don't know after decade what will happen, but at least I can foresee in coming few years, 3 to 5 years, these are the next big thing, which are already there, but evolve and acceptance is the key. Parallelly, sustainable finance, which is green finance, from carbon tracking to investing in sustainable projects. ESG, environment, social governance is one of them, and I think that is the real future. People will be predictable data, say 2026 or 27, how much carbon footprint will be saved for a hospital, or how much water we will be saving, and how much handicap or people with special needs will you be hiring. This will be all calculated, and on that basis your company health will be monitored. And this is up and running, to be honest, Neharika. This is not I'm talking about, but currently it is for very large companies which is 5,000 CR or above. But very soon it will be reducing to 1,500 crores, then it to 500 crores. And it's applicable, it should be applicable and mandatory for everyone.
What's in store for healthcare in regards to that?
Healthcare is way to the landscape of healthcare is changing dynamic. There are healthcare applications where public people who there are certain diseases or no, it's not even, it's a lifestyle disease where you do not get mediclaims, and there are some fantastic products which are coming. So yes, the healthcare landscape is changing in India for good. Let's hope for the best.
Mr. Chinmay, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on our podcast.
Likewise, Neharika. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And your insights on fintech, innovation, and entrepreneurship are invaluable. I'm sure the listeners had an amazing time listening to you,
Happy to
sharing
help.
your knowledge.
Anytime, yeah.
Also, viewers, there's one more thing. This is not just it. Mr. Chinmay is available for more insights and more upcoming trends and more information on everything. All you have to do is just hear him out where you can follow him. I'll let Mr. Chinmay take it from here.
Thank you so much. You can follow me on chinmayusha.com and also my LinkedIn page. Would be happy to help. Thank you.
Thank you to our listeners for tuning into Let's Talk Sense. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more insightful conversations. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and let's keep talking sense.